gone.
another Friday night stream. Hope everybody had a good week. As always, my name is Tree City Wes. Welcome to episode number 110 of Tree City Live. As always, to kick things off, if you could head over to the Twitter at Tree City Wes, give the stream a retweet, try to get some more hash heads in here. Kind of a chill Friday night, just hanging out. I haven't streamed in a couple days. It's been a pretty crazy couple days. I've kind of stepped away from crypto, but I have been playing around a lot with the validators and nodes for the X1 testnet, so that's been a lot of fun. What's up, Rolando? Hello, Janet. What's up, Pedro? What's up, Diavro? What's happening? As always, let's get started with the crypto bubbles, see what's happening around the crypto ecosystem. And yeah, it's kind of been a red week, so everything's pretty much red on the week. Of course, we see Pulse Chain's up 50%, Hex is up 20%, eHex up 10%, and then we have a couple movers like Chainlink and Celestia. Let's turn this down just a little bit. And then even over the last day, things were taking some big hits today. You see Conflux down 15%. Hex and Pulse kind of making a correction after the big pump. But you see some green in there, some red in there. Things are just kind of all over the place. A lot of people are waiting to see what happens with Bitcoin. And Grayscale's been dumping their Bitcoin while all the other ETFs are buying their Bitcoin. So it's kind of a wash. But there's a lot of Bitcoin filling up these ETFs, which that supply shock is going to hit pretty quick. I haven't looked at the chart since our last stream. Let's go take a look at the Bitcoin chart. We're zoomed out on the weekly here. And I mean, you can see how many green weeks we had in a row. We were due for this red pullback. Kind of hard to see with all the, let me hide these. So look at, I mean, we had so many green weeks in a row, and then we finally get the one red candle. And who knows? It might be something like hit like this back in February, where we had 2 down weeks and then we continued the uptrend, or we might take some time to cool off like we did last July. But you can see the RSI got over 80. The stochastics getting up there too. These things are topped out on the weekly. They gotta cool off a bit. So really depends on how far are we going to cool back. So if we pull our Fibonacci here, oh god, I forgot. Let me go find a clean chart. And yeah, this is kind of what, I don't remember drawing this. Let's zoom into the daily here and see what we got. So yeah, I mean, we were talking about this uptrend and what was going to happen, where we're going to bounce off, and we started to bounce off it. But now that we're falling through it, it's kind of a question, how far are we going to go? So what I was going to do a second ago is draw this Fibonacci. I can select the correct tool. And this will show us where our golden pocket is. And this is kind of a good estimate, first stop, and it kind of lines up with this support here. This is on the daily chart, so I wouldn't be surprised. And this is right at the psychological high too. So this is 40,000. This golden pocket's between 38.6 and 39.3. So that 40,000 is looking like some strong resist or support for Bitcoin. If we lose this level, we might be coming all the way down here, like this one, like this guy says. S&P and Dow Jones breaking all-time highs. So who knows? Yeah, who knows? That's exactly what the Fed doesn't want. So who knows what the Fed might do? Either, I mean, over the last year or two, they would have, raised rates to stop the market from going. But now that we're in an election year, is this when they start turning it around? And the big thing, are they going to start doing cuts? And so at the recent meetings, they said they started to think about talking about cuts. Once they say that they're really going to cut, the stock market's going to completely explode. But it's kind of weird because it's already happening. So it might be kind of front run. People are expecting it to come. And that's exactly what they want in a selection year. Yeah, that's funny. So yeah, let's go take a look. See what's happening around the Zen ecosystem on Dex Screener. Yeah, I don't really have any plans or notes or anything to talk about, so I'm just winging it tonight. If you guys have any questions or anything you want to talk about, just let me know in the chat and we'll take it there. But, let's go take a look at the watch list here. See, Zen's up 3% on the 2.5% on the day. Looks like I was kind of drawing this wonky little megaphone. And it's making higher lows. That's starting to look a bit bullish. That's a good sign to see. Now, one thing you can do is you can switch it. So we're looking at the value in USD, which fluctuates with the price of ETH. So if ETH goes up and nobody, if there's zero volume and the price of ETH goes up, then the price of Zen will go up with the price of ETH because it's paired with ETH. But if you change it to WETH, to wrapped ETH, then it shows you more of the true price action of what's happening in the liquidity pool, how much Zen and how much ETH. This is kind of the ratio of ETH to Zen. So that's good. Yeah, that's encouraging there. We're seeing higher lows. I mean, realistically, it looks like the same chart, but looks like it made a new low a couple days ago on the 13th against Ethereum. But hey, the price of Ethereum's going up. See what it does in this little channel here. Maybe we'll see a nice breakout. Titanx down 8% on the day. It's pretty close to making an all-time low, kind of like Zen is versus Ethereum. This is also versus. Let's check out Titanx versus WETH. Kind of the same spot. The price of Ethereum is propping up Zen and Titanx. And that looks like it's ready to make an all-time low again. Got Zone. Not much volume happening on Zone. There's always the FUD on Twitter that it's tagged as a honeypot. It is interesting though, if you look into it, when you look, there is a zone that is a honeypot, but it's a different contract address. And somehow it's like linked to this one. The actual zone contract isn't a honeypot, it's just linked to the wrong thing. Let's talk about VDS providers and price of renting regarding X1 node. Yeah, we could do that. Definitely. Yeah, let's get through these prices real quick. So we got DBZen at $1.11, and I mean, look at, it's really going sideways there, which is encouraging. It's not a bad thing. You know, it's typically these coil up to make a big move, so hopefully we see a nice little explosion out of this wedge. That'd be exciting. See DBZen on the alt chains is absolutely mooning right now. Avalanche DBZen up 20% to almost up to 4 cents. Binance DBZen, it's at 30% up, touching 3 cents. DBZen over on Polygon's down 7% at 3 cents. I've been looking at Pulse Chain DBZen, man. I'm really thinking about grabbing a bit of this because one, there's a lot of Zen to be burned, so the rewards are good in PLS. But two, it's kind of, I feel like it's a good opportunity. I feel like if PLS explodes, this will be a nice way to kind of piggyback. What's up, Frankie for Crypto? Welcome. What's up, Tech Ken? All my wallets have the same balance. Wallet, X1 Testnet, Zen Network. What do you mean all your wallets have the same balance? Like, did they just have one XN for gas? Is that... This is a coin I was looking at. I actually bought a little bit earlier today. Satoshi's Vision, or Satoshi's VM or whatever. Supposedly they're like a layer 2 for Bitcoin or layer 3 or whatever. I don't really... It seems kind of scammy, but the Bitcoin narrative can really make this thing explode. It seems like it has some unique tokenomics. Currently sitting at $9. Got as high as $15. So this is kind of an interesting one. I'm keeping an eye on. I only bought like 50 bucks of it, kind of like a lottery ticket. I feel like it will explode though. There's been a lot of hype around it. So I snatched up a little bit of Satoshi VM. Decentralized Bitcoin ZK rollup layer 2 that's compatible with the EVM ecosystem and uses native BTC as gas. Satoshi VM introduces an EVM ecosystem to Bitcoin, granting the Bitcoin ecosystem the capability to issue assets and build applications. So I think that might be complete bullshit. It sounds like it's just like a bridge to Ethereum. So you bridge your Bitcoin to Ethereum and then you can do things. But I don't know. I might be completely wrong. It sounds like a unique... The reason why I'm buying into it is because of the whole Bitcoin narrative. You know, things like stacks and all the Bitcoin derivatives like Bitcoin Cash and, you know, BSV. These types of things are kind of blowing up anytime Bitcoin moves. So if Bitcoin makes a big move up, all these, you know, things like Litecoin and Dogecoin kind of move up with it. So I feel like this could kind of tag along with the Bitcoin narrative, the ordinal narrative. So I'm gonna start DCAing into it. Like I said, I only threw 50 bucks at it. It might be a complete scam. It might go to zero. $0.10 XN. Let's go. Where do I get more testnet XN? So are you talking? So there's three different. So there's the DevNet, the Fastnet, and the testnet. And the testnet is where we're testing the validators and the nodes. The only way to get the testnet XN is through the form. So Jack has a validator, a form. Let's see if I can find it. It's probably buried on his page now, but you can fill out this Google form, and then you get an airdrop. So I'm not sure if you saw that, Tech Ken. Let's see if I can find it. So that's the community airdrop, but there was one for you did that? Gotcha. Well, I bet if you pop over in the Zenblocks chat and ask, Jack, he'll send you some. I think the only way to get it is really from them, or if someone has a bunch of rewards. So let's talk about it. Load up my links over here. So how do you think we're going to bridge into X1? You think X1 will launch Q1? They say it is. I think we're really close, to be honest. I really do. I really think it's going to launch within the next couple months, because they're starting to get to the points of, the distribution. And that's why they're doing the Google Forms and figuring out the community part. And people are running validators to, so you have to have the validators ready on the test net so they can cut over to the main net. If they can't cut over to the main net, then the network security is not going to be there right at launch. So it's like all the pieces are falling in place for a blockchain launch. It feels really familiar. It's exciting. It's definitely exciting. So I don't know if you guys remember InterServer. It was when we first started CPU mining. If you were around for that, this was one of the providers. They had a decent cloud VPS hosting. They're crypto friendly. You can actually pay with your Coinbase wallet, so you can buy with crypto. And it's relatively cheap. Now, I don't know. I'm testing it out for myself. So if you come to the dedicated home on InterServer, they have a couple different levels. And what I did, I grabbed one of the, that's not it. Here, let me log in. So there's a 64 gig that you can downgrade from 2 terabyte to 1 terabyte. I guess it'd be an upgrade to 1 terabyte NVMe. I hope there's not any crazy information on here. So, yeah, we'll go over to the order page. So these are the types of VPSs that you can get from InterServer. So I grabbed this $73 a month. It's 64 gigs of RAM, 2 terabyte SATA, HDD. So the hard disk drive is not really fast. So that was something I upgraded. So when you order these, you can actually switch around some of the specs. So I actually, instead of having a 2 terabyte SATA, I added the 1 terabyte NVMe for an extra $20. And that brought the monthly price up to $88 per month. And then if you want, you can upgrade the bandwidth. I don't think it's really necessary because the internet's only so fast. So I did the unmetered 1 gig per second with 1 VLAN IP. Then you select Ubuntu LTS. If you want, you can pay extra for a RAID. If you do a RAID, you need multiple drives for that, so be aware of that. Like if you wanted 2 1 terabyte NVMEs, you could set it up in a RAID 0 with a hardware RAID 0 for $50 or a software RAID 0 for $0. That way, if one drive fails, the other one keeps your node online so you don't get slashed and lose any money. This is kind of some redundancy. I personally didn't go that route. I plan to just keep kind of a backup system going so I can quickly restore if I need to. But yeah, this interserver. So this basically, it's $88 a month. Now you have to factor in if something like Latitude probably is a better service and it's probably a better customer experience, and I bet they have better hardware. But what you're paying for also, it's kind of cheaper over on interserver because it's not as good hardware. You know, it may not be the most reliable, but it's also going to be $100 to $200 cheaper. So rather than paying $200 to $300 a month, paying 20 cents an hour, 25 cents an hour, you're paying a flat monthly cost of $88 per month for this server from interserver. So I've been running this. This is what's running the Zen maps. So if we come over to the PVM Explorer, I think that's what it's called. PWA. So PWA-Explorer X1 testnet. You can actually see all the validators. I believe it's under staking. Yeah, so they have all the different validators running. And look at that. We got the familiar hash heads with the Tree City West logo there. If you click on it, it'll take you over to hashhead.io. Make sure this is all working well. Stuck at 25 super blocks. But I'm up to 150,000 Centium. That's so cool. And it's really awesome to see all the different logos and people pop up in here. Degen Validation, Pussy.io, Fortablocks. That's going to be a good one. They seem to be putting together a little business plan. Fortablocks. Secure the X1 blockchain with our validator service. Fortablocks is a blockchain validator service for the X1 blockchain. So basically, they'll handle the setup process for you, so you can deploy, and then they manage it for you, because there is some management and some responsibility. You have to make sure your validator's online, because if it goes offline, you could lose everything. So you have to be very careful there. So it is kind of interesting. A lot of these names I don't recognize, or people just being funny or facetious. There's Alex, Space Panda, not sure. Then we have the ones from the Zen Crypto team, a couple from Jack himself, a couple from Zen.pub. Got Dav, BlockSync, Scooey nodes. Not sure what this is. Let's see. They got a website listed. Scooey. Nodes Helper, Airdrop Finder. It's an organization that provides full support to our blockchain projects. That's interesting. I have no idea. These guys are spinning up a node on the X1 testnet. That's kind of cool, right? What's up, Isaac? That's pretty cool. Mom's basement, and there's a link. What is this? Oh, it takes you to Zen.network. That's funny. It's exciting to see Jack and community build this bleeding edge blockchain live. For sure. 73 a month correlates with my minimal DYOR. Yeah, I mean, that. You get what you pay for. So like Contabo might be cheaper, but it's probably the least quality. And it's also going to be the most saturated. So you want to keep that in mind. I'm running one at Contabo and one at an interserver. That way, if one fails, the other one's still up. What website does Jack have listed? Is it Zen.network? Yeah. We got Zen Artist. Takes them to the awesome Zen. All the Zen community links. RoboZen. MCT, Liquid Zen. All kinds of cool Zen stuff. Definitely recommend checking this out. Throw it in the chat. We got Levi or Levy Validator. Oh, Zen.pub. X69. Takes it to the validator page. That's funny. Oris. I'll give him a follow since he's running a validator. That's cool. X1 SEC. What is this? It's German. Here stays a new website. Here sits a new website. A new website is being created here. Hey, Cray Crypto, what's up? That's cool. She's got it set to her Twitter. That's what's up. Kang the Conqueror. Who's this? This is cool to see all the different... Oh, here's his validator. AV. That's funny. Kang the Conqueror. Wonder who it is. Ken Node X1. Who's this one? Where's on.network? This is cool. I haven't really had the chance to go through all these. Applejack, what's up? Nice. X1 Hub. Smot. What's Smot? Smallautomations.pl. And it's really cool to see all these spin up. So, you know, this was a manual airdrop. The X1 team dropped all the X1 to these different people, and these people followed the instructions themselves. They're using their resources to spin up these validators, and these are all actual validators with X1 staked that are used to make the. See, now what's this? This looks cool. I've never seen what. Zen Arena. The never-ending train blockchain. Think of the blockchain as a train that never stops. Expanding on the hybrid mechanism. Interesting. It's cool. We got all these random ones. Zen.network. OKX suck. I like it. Got Owl in here. Shout out to Owl. Caleb. He's another good dude. He's got his link to his Twitter. Yeah, so here's the second one I spun up. So the zenmaps.io is actually over on Interserver. What's up, Howler? Welcome. Price prediction for XN. If you 1/3 of all VMPX, it's like 1.5 cents. That's crazy. I really don't. I'm not sure. I really can't make a price prediction on it. I'm sure there will be a couple zeros, but you know, typically when you have to spin up a validator, it has to be. I mean, I guess it doesn't have to be, but it's typically expensive as hell. Like that's always been the roadblock for me. Is I can't afford 32 ETH to spin up an Ethereum validator. You know. But maybe that's the cool thing about X1 is it'll be cheaper to do it. Maybe it is only, you know, $16,000 to spin up a validator. Justy Matt. Shout out to Matt. Matt's fucking test validator. I like it. You got Dodge Zen. I always see him in the chats. He's got his link to his Telegram. Dragon VN. Who's this? Dragon D's nuts. Then we got 18 validators in maintenance and 26 offline. What's a flagged one? That's interesting. Who's flagged here? Someone being bad on the testnet. I was thinking about deploying some kind of contract. I'm not sure if we can or if anybody's done that already. I got voting, ZenFT, Superblock, Zuni, Zenium. But I think those are test contracts. So this was deployed yesterday afternoon. And it looks like it's just making transactions. It's probably just people farming maybe. Or maybe this is the reward mechanism or something. Interesting. I was thinking about that. I was thinking about making some kind of a... like an airdrop farmer that does something like an account will hit the right function so they'll send. So what you would do, I'm thinking of like a game of ping pong where it creates and destroys contracts as it sends Ethereum back and forth. So like if I wanted to farm the ZK Sync airdrop, I'd create a contract that I can send ETH to. When I send ETH to that contract, it uses my address to create a new contract. And then it stores the ETH in that contract. And then I can have my second address take the ETH out of that contract, which then destroys the contract, and then it creates a new contract. So essentially, you're passing ETH and you're creating transactions while also creating contracts, which is another kind of metric that they use. So like, I thought that would be kind of interesting. And the way that Zen works with the Zen NFTs made me think of that, how it creates and destroys the accounts. So I wonder if, and I also don't know if that would be considered spamming or manipulation or something that might be against the rules. But I was thinking about trying something like that for ZK Sync or Venom or something like that. Good evening. What's up, Nomad? Welcome. We're just checking out this validator stuff. So let's go ahead and connect to... let's go back to inner server. I'm going to grab this IP here. And let's connect to the validator, make sure we're up and running still. I'm not sure if it's fully synchronized or what. So we'll go SSH -L for the login, root. I need to set up some stronger authentication. Maybe only allow my IP address. And then as always, we're running it in the TMUX session. So we'll go ahead and run the TMUX attach session, and it should bring us right into the validator here. So we're getting some real good times. These times are nuts, less than a second. So new event emitted, new block, new event emitted, new block. So it's cruising here. I wonder if we can claim any rewards yet. So let's go. I believe it's under the wallet. Yeah, so if you head over to the PWA Explorer, there's also the option for the wallet. So this is the X1 network wallet. You click here, bring you to the wallet page, and this is where you can see the different validators and delegate your X1 testnet, your testnet X1. So I'll demonstrate this right now. What's up, Caleb? Hey, I'm going to use you as an example. So how do you keep the remote validator running when you turn off your computer? That's a good question. That's the point of the TMUX. So when you run, I run it in a TMUX session, the terminal multiplexer. So you'll notice here, I have this green bar. That's because I'm within the terminal multiplexer. To get out of it, I just hit Control B to turn on the menu, and then I hit D to minimize it. So here I'm still connected to my VPS, but I'm not in the TMUX session. Then I can disconnect. Whoops, disconnect. So now I'm back on my computer. So I can reconnect to my session, do the SSH, type in my password. So now I'm back in my session. I just have to type TMUX attach, and my TMUX session stays open in the background, and it brings me right back to where I was. So that's how I like to do it. I think other people like to use screen. Screen is another option. So you can switch between screens, and you keep that screen active, and you disconnect, and then you just reattach it when you reconnect. But yeah, the terminal multiplexer, TMUX, that's the way to do it for me. So man, this node is so much faster than the Contabo one. So I'll show you what I mean. So this one's getting, there's so many that are under a nanosecond, or under 1 second. It's like 761 nanoseconds or whatever. So I'll connect to the Contabo VPS as well. So that's interesting. I didn't expect that. The inter server, the ZenMap server, is faster than the Contabo hashhead server. I mean, I guess I should have expected that. Oh no. Motherfucker. Oh yeah, there we go. All right, so this is the hash head one. And this one can get up there. See, like this 700 milliseconds, 600 milliseconds. This one, like every one is under a millisecond. Nanoseconds. 600 nanoseconds. While the Contabo, almost every one is over a second. So yeah, inter-server servers are much faster than the 32 gig Contabo server. You can see that right here. But you get what you pay for. The inter-server is also a little more expensive, so that makes sense. That's helpful, thanks. I turned off my computer and it stopped and I was confused. Yeah. So if you're using a VPS, now if you're using your computer, your own computer to run it, it has to stay online. But if you're using a cloud server, when you connect to the cloud server via SSH, it's just opening a console session. So when you exit, when you log off and you close it, it closes the console session and it stops all the processes in it. So by running it in something like tmux or something like Screen, it's not in the console session, it's in the tmux session or the Screen session. And it allows you to reattach that session from any other session. So you can close your console session, come back, and then within the console session, you say, all right, I'm gonna rejoin my tmux session. That's kind of how it works technically. So yeah, here's the two validators running. So now if I come over to the wallet here and click on my delegations, starting to see some trickle in. So on the Hashhead validator, I got 27 XN tokens to claim. I can just claim and restake them. To make sure I'm on the right network here. I think I'm in the... I'm about to go burn one? Hell yeah. Yeah, tomorrow I'm going to do a members only stream talking about farming airdrops. There's 2 airdrops I'm farming right now. So I kind of want to show you guys what I'm doing. So definitely come check it out. All right, so we're back in here. So we're going to claim and restake. Validator number 8, hashhead.io. So I'm basically taking the 27 XN tokens and putting them back inside the validator. So I'm restaking them. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to stake some into Caleb's validator. So that's one of the cool things. People can pick and choose where they want to stake their tokens. And this is honestly one of my favorite things about Cardano is the staking pools. There's different ones, there's random ones, there's some that have like a cause behind them, there's some that are just random people with a bunch of Cardano, you know, there's ones that, you know, will take a percentage and donate it, or, you know, they'll do certain things, they'll have airdrops. So like anybody that's staking with that person will get like an airdrop of a certain token. So I'm hoping it's going to be like that over on X1. I think that's going to be a really cool, interesting way to do the staking thing. So let's see here. Yeah, so I can come over to, all right, I'll go through that slowly. So when you're looking at your stakes, these are the ones I'm currently staked in. So I have my main delegator, or my main validator rather. It has 109 or 100,000 XN staked in it, and that's what this is. You know, that's these guys. Then I have 69 tokens in Jack's validator. I have 69 tokens in validator number 10. And then I have 69 tokens in 40 blocks. So since I have these staked, I'm actually earning rewards for their validation. So this 40 blocks, the one that's running the validator pools and the website, put 69 in them, and I've earned 0.14 XN only for 69 XN inside their validator. So you can see the more XN you can put in a validator, the more rewards you'll get. But then you look at number 4 here, Cypherius Prime, his validator's been offline, so I've only earned 0.02 rewards. And I've been delegated for over 9 days, and it's just kind of stuck. I don't think he's processing any transactions with this one, so I'm not earning anything. But like with this one, with the 40 blocks, it's live, so I have 0.14. It's like almost 10 times the rewards. So that's kind of funny. So what I can do here is I can click on this add delegation button, and I can select which validator I'd like to stake in. So we're gonna select Caleb's validator here. So shout out to Caleb in the chat. He's ID number 5. He's got 115,000 staked and 2,500 delegated. So we're gonna select his validator. So I got 1,000. I'm just gonna throw 69 in there, just like I'm doing with everybody else. Caleb 45, validator 45. And then I can also do stake. You can do advanced functions like change the GUI and the gas limit and everything. So I'm going to delegate. So this actually goes inside of his validator, and whatever rewards that his validator makes for building the transactions, I'll get a piece of that for staking inside of his validator. And this is kind of how the nodes and the validators work. This is what makes it, this is why people want to be validators, because you earn rewards for securing the network. So now I have 5 wallet delegations: Caleb, Hashhead, Cypherius, Unknown, and Fortiblocks. They all have at least 69 tokens in them. And so now whatever work that Caleb does to verify and validate transactions and build the blocks, I'm going to get these pending rewards. So we'll see what happens. And then the more you put in, obviously, the more rewards you get. So that's pretty cool. I'm also going to add some to the Zen maps. So we got 5,000 delegated. Shout out to you guys. That's awesome. So we're going to come over here. I'm going to put 420 in here instead of 69. So zenmaps.io, validator 154. Go ahead and delegate in here. Now I hope you guys, if you're playing around with this stuff, you guys come delegate some of your testnet XN. So the point is, this is how XN gets distributed. Now, as a validator, I can go claim more tokens, and I can go spend those in the ecosystem for other people to use. I could put them in staking pools or LP pools and swap them for tokens, and that's how the XN rewards are going to be distributed. So XN will be disappearing on one end, and the only way that new XN is created is through these validators that are validating the network. And then these validators go spend their economic energy throughout the ecosystem and distributes the new supply. And it's an amazing model. I'm really excited. Validators take 10% fee, I think. Yep. If anything, I'll do the read-only node. I like to play. Yeah, the read-only node's cool if you want to do statistics or pull stats out and stuff. So you can like query it to get certain blocks. It keeps a copy of the database that you can actually build something like a block explorer, kind of do things with it like we were before. It's kind of the same thing, just with some more things built on top of it. So now we're delegated to Zen Maps, Hashhead, Caleb, Cypherius, Fortiblocks, and Unknown. And yeah, I mean, this is kind of the thing. So I need to add my other wallet here. So this is the Hashhead wallet. And then I also have the... Oops. I want to delegate on a live stream. Let's do it live. Let's do it live. All right, I want to connect this other wallet though. Let's try it again. So it says connect. Okay, cool. Add account. All right. So now you can see the past transactions. I received the 100,000 from the team. I immediately created the validator, and now I'm wondering if I'm earning. So yeah, I'm already up to 0.43 pending rewards. So now I can claim these, and I can even go put these in someone else's validator. So that's kind of cool. So here's all the different stakes and validators we're in. And yeah. Don't get too excited about the price. This is literally the price of Phantom. But it is cool to imagine. I don't think it's going to be near the price of Phantom, but it might be. It might be. We'll see. So just real quick to compare the prices, we can go take a look at what Contabo offers and see the similar price over on InterServer. And I haven't even looked. I was kind of poking around AWS and Azure, but it's so complicated. Like these are so much easier to manage. But that might be a problem. I kind of want to challenge myself and do something with Azure. I'm going to need Howler's help. But it's also so much more expensive. That's the other thing. Curious how the airdrop works. Is it just being transferred over to mainnet? It depends. Yeah, I'm not sure. Those are the details that I'm waiting on as well. I really want to know. So let's go and select here. So they got the Cloud VPS 5. Comes with 16 CPU cores, 64 gigs of RAM, 500 gigabyte NVMe. So you do have to upgrade. You can upgrade to 900 gig NVMe for $8. Or you can do the 2.4 terabyte SSD. Honestly, I don't think the SSD is much slower. It is a bit slower, but it's still 2.4 terabyte is a lot. It's not an HDD, it's an SSD, so it's still pretty fast. It's still solid state. But they do have the 32 terabyte out, unlimited in, but you can only get the 1 gig connection, which I think that's plenty. You know, the internet's only so fast. It's not like you're doing local transfers, but that's just my opinion. If I could afford faster, I would get faster, but one of the cool things about Contabo as well is you can select the region you're in. So if you want to deploy in United Kingdom or United States or Asia, you know, I don't think there's very many in Australia. You know, or you can actually check, are there any in Japan or Singapore? Do you want to be the first one? You can pay an extra $20 for the geolocation, you know, to actually spin up a server in that region. So as you can see, it is a little cheaper. You know, it's $55, whereas InterServer, yeah, let's pull these side by side. So with the InterServer one, I went with the 1 terabyte NVMe. All right. So on the top here for the Cloud VPS 5, we get the 16 vCPU cores. This doesn't say how many vCPU cores, but we can check. It has an AMD Ryzen 5600X vCPU cores. So it have and this one only has 6 cores with 12 threads. So it is a lighter processor. 64 gigs of RAM. They both have. You get the 2 terabyte SSD or the 1 terabyte NVMe. I think that's pretty similar. The NVMe is technically faster. Can it run Crysis though? What do you think, Troy? You'd probably know better than, or Howler. You probably know better than me. How much faster is an NVMe versus an SSD? I don't think it's much faster, like compared to an HDD. What do you think one of these servers would cost on Azure? Probably like $500 a month. Not really noticeable. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking as well. So Contabo might be a better choice just because of sheer price. It's only $55 to spin up the specs that you need. You actually get more vCPU cores, more RAM, and you can get the 2 terabyte SSD. However, on Inner Server, you do get the NVMe, you get the on-metered 1 gig, and you get it's a dedicated server, where the Cloud VPS, I believe this is shared. It's a virtual private server, so it's shared hardware. But you're not mining, so it's not really... Let's compare the dedicated server, just so it's a 1-to-1. Yeah, they don't even have a 6-core dedicated. So they got the AMD Ryzen 12 cores with 64 gigs. And this is more of a comparable. Yeah, this dedicated server is more comparable. So this has the AMD Ryzen 9 7900 with 12 cores. This has the 5600 with 6 cores. But it's about $30 cheaper. And I'm getting much better speeds. The one that I'm running on Contabo actually only has 32 gigs of RAM. But it is, I can see the difference though. So the 32 gig one is always between like 5 and 10 nanoseconds or milliseconds, whereas the Inner Server one seems to hit nanoseconds quite a bit. Yeah, nothing compares to the jump from HDD to SSD. Yeah, for sure. We're on the same page there. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. Now I'm actually looking into some different services. I forget what the one. There's an open source monitoring service for Linux. Keep in my head, I want to say it's Colorama, but I know that's not it. What is that called? Colorama is just the thing that changes the text in Python. Libre NMS, no. Zabbix. Prometheus. Cacti. Grafana. Yeah, this is the one I was thinking of. I actually used this one before. Why don't we set this up real quick? I'll set this up. And so this is basically a... If you're an IT nerd like Troy and I, it's a... or Howler and I, it's like a managed service agent for your Linux server, and you can set it to configure email alerts. And it's a free thing, and it's open source. So I was running this on the CPU nodes when we were mining with CPUs, and it was working out pretty well. Sorry, I can't talk and do this. Let me just sign in real quick. Just noticed I'm in Edge. What's up, Dank? Welcome, welcome. Oh, good. Old email. Highly encourage enabling MFA on every account possible. At least if it has, you know, sensitive data that if there's data on there that you wouldn't want anyone to see, or there's data that people could use against you, highly recommend it. All right. Cool. All right, so they have a couple levels of subscription, but they do have the free version, and it gives you the Grafana instance, the Prometheus endpoint, the Graphite endpoint, the logs, which are really all that I'm interested, the logs and the traces and the performance testing, and it'll actually notify you if your stuff goes offline. I see it come up in searches for everything. Does manage engine do everything? I'm not sure. I think it's so these type of things are like kind of like a cPanel or a WordPress for Linux servers. It's kind of like a front end type thing. So I can actually deploy this somehow. It's been months since I've messed with this. All right. So now we're mining Zen blocks now. Hey. Jack and Fred. Hell yeah, 2 OG Bitcoin miners are mining Zen blocks. Hell yeah, that's what's up. Let's get him in. All right. So this is the Grafana cloud. This is the free, has some limitations, yada yada yada. But this is where you can set up alerts and monitor things like CPU usage and stuff like that. So this will actually all right, this sounds like a job for ChatGPT. Oh no. There we go. Cool. Give me step-by-step instructions for installing Grafana on my cloud VPS. I'll just paste the whole webpage in there. Yeah, so what we're gonna try to do real quick. I'm not gonna, if this takes too long, I might throw in the towel, do this another time, but I'd like to set this up and show you guys how this works. This is a fun Friday night activity. I want to do this on the slower server. Okay, cool. So one of the cool things you can do with Tmux, as I always mention, is you can split it. So I'm gonna hit Control B to turn on the menu. Then I'll hit Shift %, and now I have my node running on the left, and I have my a second window on the right. And actually, I kind of want to go up and down instead. So I'll do it like that. All right, so we're all updated. First, we got to install Grafana. And this is probably a horrible idea. It's probably going to ask me to reboot the VPS, and I'm going to break everything in the validator. All right, so we're letting this roll through. Then install Grafana. Sudo apt-get install Grafana. And I'm wondering if there's some type of backup service that I can use with this as well. So this is kind of cool. So what's happening on the top is the node's still running. I can still monitor it. And on the bottom, it's actually installing the files to run the agent to connect to this Grafana service. So now I can enable the Grafana service and then tell it to start when the system starts. Start it right now. All right, and then we can verify it's running. It's thinking pretty hard. Where are we going? Give it a minute to start. Now I hope it's not, it might be trying to use the same port that the Validator's running on. That wouldn't be good. I feel like being an X1 validator would be a great pickup line. Yeah. So it doesn't seem to be starting the service, so that's not good. Let's run through these again. Grafana's already on the newest version. Okay. Hey, that worked that time. Okay, so now we can run the status, make sure it's running. So we got the green, active, running. Cool. And our node's still running at the top, so that's good. All right, so now I should be able to access this web interface. The firewall might be blocking it though. Hey, look at that. Look at that. All right, so now we have to get the agent. So let's go ahead. And find how to do that. So run the Grafana agent. Can't show you guys my token, sorry. Sorry, 1 second, I'm just filling out this little form here, and it has some sensitive data on the screen. Can't be showing the API token. Cool. Okay. All right, so now we got a long ass command to run. So I'm gonna take this over here real quick. Okay. So it has the API key on the screen. I can't show it quite yet. Okay. So boom. Now I just finished installing the agent, which will allow me to connect it to this interface. Oh yeah. So I'm just gonna run this command here at the top just to check the status. Agent's running. Okay. So now to configure the dashboard and alerts. So we got to go back to our So it says to update the agent. The hell is that? I'm breaking shit over here, guys. Rolando, my wife is in the chat. Actually, I think she's watching TV, so. So how do I connect this here? Got the configuration file. Okay, so we gotta figure out where the configuration file is. How do I find the configuration file to edit it? It says to use this, but it doesn't seem to be there. I put a little squiggly in front, maybe? No? It looks like something got fucked up though. Like this says sudo, but it's like the S is cut off and it created a new file. I don't know what happened there. It's interesting. Okay, so let's find the configuration file, edit this file. All right. Well, let's see here. So here's a little fun trick. You can actually use FileZilla to connect to your VPS and manipulate files that way. So I'm having trouble finding this. Wait, gotta set the port to SSH. So I'm having trouble finding this file, so I can actually connect directly, just like I would with the console. You can actually connect, and then here's all the files on the left here. So I can, what I'm looking for, what is this? So if I go into Grafana here, we have the INI file. So I can open this directly in the text editor on my computer. And so to look for the integration section. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm doing this right. Ah, yeah, that's where it was. Okay. So that, all right. Sorry, this is pretty boring. I'm just going through this shit. Yeah, this command didn't run properly. Okay. Okay, so our agent's running. Okay, so we got to find this configuration file. And it's not this. It's actually in the etc folder. So if we come back here, so it should be right in this. Then down here in the bottom, Grafana agent. All right, so we're going to open up this text file. Integrations. Okay. So it says to add this to the integration section. Add here any snippet that belongs in the integration section. Cool. Okay. Below logs. Scrape configs. Okay, I see. Okay, so now I have saved this file. Hopefully it's going to upload back. Files previously changed, upload it back. Yes. So I just updated the agent here using this documentation. And let's see if that did it. If you want the logs to show. So restart the service. All right, so that looks good. Now if we hit test connection, did we fuck it up? Let's see. It's thinking pretty hard. That's not a good sign. It does say it might take up to a minute. All right, so what I've done so far is I've downloaded and installed the Grafana agent. I've made sure the service is active, and I've updated the configuration file. So now we're testing the connection. It says it might take up to a minute, so I'm just waiting for it to see if I fuck this up. Here you can see the Grafana agent service is running. So that's good. Hopefully this connection works. No metrics are found. That's not good. Try this one again. Failed. Exit code 2 seconds ago. Failed with exit code. Yeah, I didn't do it right. So we're going to take our talents to GPT. And I'm also going to grab this agent file and see if it knows why it's fucked up. All right, here's the configuration file. Just dicking around here, seeing if this will work. See if we can get in here. Take a look around. No. It's a fun Friday night, right? Yeah, this is the one I built over the summer. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to waste any more of your time. I'm going to go figure this out, and we're going to talk about it this weekend. But yeah, sorry. Now I'm like hyper focused on this, and I want to go play with this Grafana thing. And the reason why I want to do this is because you want to keep your notes safe. You want to know if it goes offline. So by running this Grafana software, I'll be able to set up alerts and monitor resources remotely without having to constantly connect and look at my node here. So I tried to install the service, but the service is not failing, probably because I messed up the config file. So we're going to have to go troubleshoot that. I'll do that after the stream. Moon Mission says, hi, question. Will I be able to send XN token from MetaMask wallet to X1 testnet for staking? Yeah. Now just keep in mind that there's 3 different testnets. So there's the DevNet, which is the Polygon version. There's the Fastnet, which is the Phantom version. And then there's the testnet, which is the XN testnet. And that's where the mining and the validating is happening. So yeah, I fucking love Fridays too. I think I'm gonna go play some Call of Duty. Should we play around? Hey, Howler, you want to jump on? Should we turn this into a Friday night gaming stream? Rolando, you play Call of Duty? Oh god, there's an update. Starting to download the update. If you guys want to add me, I'm at Tree City West. Hey, there's Howler. Hopefully this isn't fucking up my stream right now. Downloading an 18 gig file. Let me know if I start losing you here. You got your guitar in pieces right now? Oh shit. About to get on the zombie camo grind. I was about to, but I guess it's going. We're only at 8%. All right, let me go get my Friday night on. Maybe we'll game for a little bit. I'm gonna step away just for 1 second. I'll be right back. Just gonna wait on this download and then yeah, I'll be right back. All right, I'm back and I'm recharged. Man, this is going slower than I thought. We're only at 12%. Should play a game of StarCraft to get warmed up. I don't even know if I have that on this machine. Let me see. It's been so long. Bummer. I don't. Yeah, so I switched my computers. This is my better computer. I've turned this into my gaming or my streaming rig. And I don't have any of my games that I had installed. Who makes StarCraft? It's Blizzard? Or yeah. BattleNet. How big is the let's see. Yeah, this one's only 60 megs. Harry Potter's on that one? No, it's that's backwards. It's actually on the one down there. So you could actually play Harry Potter in the living room now. Yeah, Call of Duty and all that is done. I do have StarCraft on this one. I just have to update it. So we're gonna play a game real quick. It's gonna be a game of can my internet handle it? Go ahead and close these connections here. Oh no, it's on the wrong screen. What the hell? Hopefully that's not too loud. Trying to get it on the right screen here. Are you serious? There's no option for which monitor? Do I just set it to full screen when it's on this one? No. Well, that's annoying. It's Windows at its best. Just want to do something simple like put that there. Okay. That should do it. You motherfucking game. God damn it. Let's try it one more time. How's Call of Duty? Is this ready yet? 14%. Great. All right, here we go. Now we're on the right monitor. Wonder if this is gonna lag out while Call of Duty's downloading and I'm streaming. What do you think? I like how all my viewers disappeared. We're down to 13. People just want to talk about crypto. I get it. We're playing StarCraft while I'm waiting on Call of Duty. What are we thinking? A little gateway rush?
Alright. Let's fucking hash.
Hot dry noodle? Toss versus toss? Yeah, we'll go with the gateway rush. Put it down there on the bottom. He heard me. Gold 3? Gold 2? Alright, let's see what this guy's got. Hecate. Maybe. It's trying so hard to load. There we go. Oh, we freeze up? What happened here? Come on, Frankie do. Might be because I'm downloading Call of Duty. Might just have to throw in the towel. Stream's just going completely off track. Oh shit. Are we lagged out? Ah, fuck. Wrong button. No, that's how you lose this game. What the fuck? What's happening? My keyboard's flipping out. This isn't good. I have a button stuck or something. I don't know what's happening. Motherfucker. Pretty sure I just lost this game. My shift key was stuck. Get the fuck out of here, bro. So out of practice. Yeah. This shit is rough.
You require more Vespine gas. You require more
Come on,
Vespine
motherfucker.
gas.
This guy's about to...
You require more Vespine gas.
Motherfucker. I am so fucked right now, though. This is not good for me.
I am here in the shadows. Your probes are under attack.
Alright, pretty much fucked at
You
this point.
require more Vespine gas.
Time to expand.
Our pylon is under attack.
Oh, what the fuck?
I am the heart of dark. Cold is the void. Our pylon is under attack. Your probes are under attack. I am here in the shadows. Stay I am here in the shadows. Research complete. You have not enough minerals. You have not enough minerals. You have not enough minerals. I am here in the shadow. You have not enough. Very well. It shall be as you say. I serve. I am here in the shadows. I am here in the shadows. We are one with the shadows. You have not enough minerals. I am here in the shadows.
Oh dang, he's playing some StarCraft. About to get fucked is what's going on. Not doing too good.
You have not enough minerals. You upgrade mineral field depleted.
Where do our enemies lurk?
I am here in the shadows. Engaging the enemy. You have not enough minerals. You have not enough minerals.
Oh man, I could probably beat him right now, honestly.
I am here in the shadows. Mineral field depleted. You have not enough minerals. Mineral field depleted.
Alright, let's get some carriers.
You have not enough minerals. Mineral field depleted. Upgrade complete.
Siravek, cry on!
You have not enough minerals. Game paused.
Oh shit, that's me.
Game resumed.
Engaging the enemy! Carrier has arrived.
I am here in the shadows.
Carrier has arrived.
Give me a citadel.
Highlight for life!
Prismatic core online.
I am eager to strike.
Bases of probes are under attack. I am here.
Highlight for life! poised for victory. Engaging the enemy.
Your warriors have engaged the enemy. You must place that in the power field.
I am here in the shadows. Carrier has arrived.
God damn. I wonder how Call of Duty's doing. Hopefully that's done.
Upgrade complete. Mineral field depleted.
Oh, this guy's about to get fucked up. The Citadel guy.
My life for hire. Carrier has arrived.
Mineral field depleted.
Let our enemy know our fury.
Oh shit.
Mineral field depleted.
Let's go ahead and save these guys. I forgot he was.
Charged. I am here in the shadows.
You have not enough mineral field depleted.
Cool. Alright.
Channel the light of life. Naku Afa.
Mineral field depleted. Our pylon is under attack.
I am here in the shadows. Let our enemy know our
Research complete. Base is under attack.
my vengeance.
Yeah, I might be fucked here.
Upgrade complete.
Kinetic meat. Victory is assured. You require vengeance.
Vespine geyser exhausted. Mineral field depleted.
I am here in the shadows. Direct my vengeance.
You have not enough minerals.
I might be fucked. Yeah, I give up. Alright, yeah, I need to get off of here. I might be back on some Call of Duty later, but I've just been chilling tonight. Kind of switched it up. Chill Friday night stream. We talked about some crypto. God damn, all this shit's open. Played a little bit of video games. Played around with some validators. Looked at some charts. Think I'm gonna go have a late night snack and hit the hay. But hope you guys have a good day. I'm gonna do a members only stream. Hope you guys tune in. Shout out to the 7 watchers still with us. And I'm out of here. Hope you guys stay zen. Peace.